Hey everyone, I am Gary of the Elysiums. Welcome to episode 66 of my new CD purchases series. It's crazy that we're on episode 66 already. Thanks to everyone that stuck with me through episode 1. Now before we get this episode, as always, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like this video. Feel free to share it. It helps support my channel and I greatly appreciate it. So we got this nice little stack here. A lot of metal in here. Nice assortment of metal, I should say. And we're get right into it. First up, this was actually given to me by a guy that owns a record shop. This is a Megadeth promo sampler. It is called FCD 13. So it's not all Megadeth on here. There's only actually one Megadeth song. This came out in '94. So Reckoning Day, which would end up on Euthanasia, is on here. So it's kind of a promo for Euthanasia. There are other bands on here. The most popular bands on here are Corrosion of Conformity and Machine Head's on here. But at the time, Machine Head's brand new. They just came out. But every other track, there's a Megadeth intro. But this is still sealed. I didn't listen to this. So there's a Megadeth intro, and then every other track is a Q&A from Megadeth. And then, like I said, there's all different artists on here. Widowmaker's on here. A band called Sweaty Nipples. And then a Megadeth outro. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to open this or not. I think I just want to keep it sealed. I think it looks a lot cooler than this. I don't know if I'll really listen to it. Would be cool listening to hear these other bands, but I don't know yet. Next up, from Necrot. I think that's how you say it. I don't know if we should call it Necrot or Necrot. I don't really know. This is Lifeless Birth. This is their latest album. Only 7 tracks on here. But they ring in about, around 5 minutes per track. So you get about the 35-minute album here. So not really an EP. It is a full album. Awesome artwork, I should say. Just your basic CD there. Back cover, some more awesome artwork. Really cool death metal band. I'm really into them guys. 3-piece. I believe they're out of California. And then we have this one, Mortal. This is a digipack. This is more of an EP, I'd say. Again, 7 songs on here. We got the lyrics in there. Their artwork, again, is awesome. Maybe this, I don't know, this is probably more a full album. It's not quite 35 minutes like this, but it's close. So it's a full album. Slayer's Rain and Blood clocks in like a half hour, and that's an LP. So next up, we have Doth, The Hinderers. This is a band that I've always got confused as a black metal band, but it's actually a death metal band. And when I finally saw something by them, I decided to pick it up. Released on Roadrunner Records. So death metal band from the United States. I don't know. Maybe I get it mixed up with Goth. What's his name? Garth, something like that. The black metal dude. Wow, I'm drawing a blank what band he's from. But you probably know who I'm talking about. It'll come to me. Next we have kind of a bootleg. This is Metallica, Cape Girardeau, 1986. So I don't know when this is actually recorded in 1986. Cliff Burton is on the back, but I don't know if Cliff Burton plays on this because, he tragically passed away in 86. There's a cool picture there of the band. See Cliff. James had a Misfits shirt on. Kirk has a the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic, which was, probably one of the very first ones they released. There is the track listing. And like I said, I can't find much on this. I don't know exactly what year it was, or I'm sorry, what date it was, whether it was before Cliff or after Cliff. And listening to it, it's honestly hard to tell. All right, next up from Kicks, got a little kind of hair metal. Do they count as hair metal? I guess. Midnight Dynamite. This is their 1984 album, right? 1985 album. Features the awesome title track, Red Hot, Black and Blue. What else is on here? Scarlet Fever is an awesome song. Just a basic Atlantic original pressing. Excuse me. Dog's going crazy right now. Next up, Nile, Black Seeds of Vengeance. Nile, such a great technical death metal band. Carl Sanders, the leader of Nile, is just amazing guitarist. His lyrics just really delve into the Egyptian myth, Egyptian culture, and yeah, I mean the stuff he writes and he plays is just out of this world, and such a cool band. And I'm a huge fan of Nile, and I'm glad to finally have more of their stuff. There's another one in this pile coming up. Sorry, spoiler. All right, next up, this is Vengeful Ascension from Goatwhore. Digipack edition, released on Metal Blade Records. Goatwhore, another great death metal band. No, nothing special about this, just the Digipack. I mean, it's a great album, but besides that, released in, what is this released? 2017. This is a German pressing. Cool artwork there. Next, we have Soul Sacrifice, the EP from Cathedral. This was released in 1992. Only 4 tracks on this. Cathedral, great doom metal band. You know, they're not super long songs. I know last song's clocks at like a little over 8 minutes, but a little longer than your normal EP. You probably get close to a half hour with how long their songs are. Great band, and really cool cover too. I like the colors of that, the blue and that greenish Cathedral and this symbol here. Cool stuff. All right, next up, Voivod. This is Dimension Hatros. I think I'm saying that wrong, but these metal bands, I mean, some of the stuff they come up with, it's like so hard to pronounce, especially the guys from overseas. Voivod, obviously from Canada, so not overseas, but still the great tech, prog metal, thrash metal, prog thrash, I would say Voivod would be. Great album from the 80s. This was released in, I think this is the follow-up. Was this the follow-up to Killing Technology? 1988 release. This is a 1999 repress on Noise Records. With the track listing there and a picture of the guys. And I finally picked up the New Testament. And man, is it awesome. Parabellum. I was going to do a review on this, but I feel like I'm a little late. This album's probably been out for about 3 weeks to a month now, so I'm like, it's a little late. I'm not going to do a review on it. Really heavy stuff. It's not quite as heavy as something like Demonic, where Chuck Billy has more of a like a death metal vocal to it, but it's in between there. It's definitely thrashy with a touch of death, but not too much death. It's very hard, really fast stuff, really cool stuff. There's the album cover. Back cover's the same as the slipcase. Actually, it's not. We got this little monster here coming up. I didn't realize that. That's cool. There you go. There's the inside. But yeah, man, this album this ranks up there with like some of their best albums. And it's crazy that band that's been around since the mid to late 80s is still putting out such great material now. These guys they thrashed on every single album. Yeah, the only time they really changed was they went more of a kind of a death metal direction, but still thrashy. And yeah, I mean, when I put this on, I read reviews, I seen reviews, and they were said this album is good. I did not expect it to be as good as it is. It's really, really good stuff. I highly encourage you to check this album out, especially if you're a thrash fan, a metal fan in general, and obviously if you're a Testament fan, you need to hear this album. Next up, Annihilation of the Wicked from Nile. So this album, this is 2005 release. I remember getting this when it came out, but I had the Digipack version, and the Digipack kind of it was 20 years old. It was in my car a lot when I was younger, listening to it, and it kind of just got scratched up. The digipack kind of got a little wonky, start to rip and tears and stuff. So I decided to grab another copy of it, and this is the obviously the jewel case version. Another great album. This one is more of a concept album. Same thing with that Egyptian myth. Good old Carl Sanders. All right. Next up, we have Canterbury. 1983 release from Diamond Head. Diamond Head, obviously one of the biggest influences on thrash, especially bands like Megadeth and Metallica. Metallica has covered their songs like Am I Evil? New wave of British heavy metal band. I always liked this cover because it, and I'm glad I finally found it, but it always reminded me of like the very first Sega Genesis cartridges where they had this something similar to this. This black and is this green? Yeah, black and green lines on it. I know it's not exactly what the Sega Genesis cartridges looked like. Not the cartridge itself, the box it would come in, the plastic box it would come in. It was more like a white, but these lines, I don't know, they just remind me of it. But yeah, super cool album from Diamond Head. At this point, you know, it was released in '83. Thrash metal starting, you know, Kill 'Em All, Show No Mercy released. So yeah, at this point, those thrash bands aren't really covering them anymore. They're doing their own thing, but still a highly influential album, and I'm sure they were all, you know, psyched when this came out. Next up, the debut from Bloodbath. Bloodbath, such a great band. This is, I can't even see it. Resurrection Through Carnage. Blanked out on what it was called. Man, Bloodbath, The Blackened Carnage is one of my favorite death metal albums of all time, and it's live. So this stuff is just really good. Features Mikhail Ackerfeld from Opeth on vocals and guitar, and just like a super group. I mean, look at that artwork. That disc is awesome with that like zombie undead hand. But yeah, glad to finally have this because I've been looking for this for a while. And last up, we have Carnal Savagery, which is a death metal band out of Sweden, I believe. I believe they're out of Sweden. Doesn't say. I'm pretty sure it's Sweden, though. Probably, going by their names, probably Sweden. So three-piece, Matthias Alilja on vocals, Mikael Lindgren on drums and guitar, and Patrick Erickson on guitar and bass. Look at that artwork. It's so cool. You know, you get a CD-only bonus track on here. So 11 tracks total out of the 10. And if you haven't heard of this band, definitely check them out. They have a lot of albums out. They've been around for a little bit. Really cool stuff. Really heavy. Great death metal band. All right, everyone. That is my latest haul. I want to thank you all for watching. I really do appreciate it. And like I said at the top of the video, if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, like this video, all that fun stuff. It helps support my channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, everyone. I will see you in the next video. Take care.